You know those days when everything kind of just sucks? And the only thing that makes it a little bit better is coffee. Today's one of those days. Anyway, let's roll the intro. You thought... I don't have an intro. What the heck, guys? Alright, so getting into the topic of this week's video. I'm heading off to Albany this weekend with Cam, as who you know, but also with John Luke, another mate of mine as well. So I thought while I'm packing, I might as well show you my gear, because I've had a few people ask, hey, what gear do you use? Like, what do you use to get a shot like that? So I thought I'll show you the stuff that I use, and yeah. But first, got a couple other things to do. Got to get this baby down. This is a swag for those who don't know. It's like a mini tent. Also, I need these. It's like a little gas burner so I can make some tea and coffee. Because, you know, we all need more coffee. And my bag for packing my clothes. But, putting that aside for a second, let's focus on a few things, a few bits of my camera gear. To start off with, I can't obviously show you my camera, lens, mic, and tripod, because they're right there. I'll show you towards the end, but I'll get through all the other stuff first. So, first things first is my tripod-esque kind of things. So, my main tripod's on the camera right now, but the one I actually use for most of my stuff, if not like 90%, is this, my GorillaPod. It's just handy. I know some people get upset by how bendy the arms are, but it actually works really, really well for me, and I can mount it wherever I want. Use it to put this out, and it's well known. That's well known for a reason. Alright, next is my ND filter, which essentially is like, for those who don't know what an ND filter is, it's like sunglasses. If you gave your camera sunglasses, that's what this would be. It just kind of, you know, gets rid of some of the light and chills it out a little bit, as you can see. But these are expensive, so these can be from like $100 to like $350 for like a variable one, which is what this is, so I can change how dark it is. And rather than getting one for every size lens that I have, what I've done is I've just gone and bought some step-up rings. And what these rings do is they just change the different thread sizes from different lenses so that I can put them on whatever lens I want and not have to pay tons and tons of cash. All of the stuff that I talk about today will be linked below, by the way, with the brands and stuff that they're from. So, next up is my 50mm. So this is the only other lens that I own. I don't have money to buy tons of lenses. I mean, most stuff's shot on the one in my camera right now, but occasionally I'll use this one. It's just the old nifty 50. People like it. It's cheap, but it does the job really well. It has a low aperture, and it's great for interview style stuff and just when I need that little bit more blurred out background. Moving on, let's go to my drone. So I'm currently using the DJI Mavic Air. It's pretty good for the price. It does an awesome job for the price, actually, and I think it's like the perfect size. I think any bigger and I wouldn't be able to fit it in my bag as often, but it's not too small, so it's powerful enough to get through if there's a little bit of wind. Next is my action cam. So I'm just using a GoPro Hero 8. Just bought this really recently, and used it in my recent trip down to Albany, as I did with most of my stuff, but that was the first proper try I got to use that. And then I just have all different bits and clamps and stuff, and a pole bag of them over there for mounting it to different stuff. But these are the two main ones. This is just a stick, so if I'm doing running, I don't have to carry my camera. I can just put the GoPro on this and, you know, extend it out if I need different angles. And then this one is essentially like just a crab claw, so I can just mount it onto basically anything. and that's really, really handy. So next is a glasses case. Now, I don't have money to buy specialized cases for everything, so this currently holds my SD cards. As you can see here, got my SD cards in here. It also has my mini SSD, which I use to store all the stuff when the SD cards get full, just so that I don't run out of space on the go. And it also has the dongle for my laptop, which is handy because, you know, I can't do everything with 2 USB-C ports, so it's my SD card reader and all that sort of jazz too. Now you might be like, I don't need a case for my SD cards, and I'll be like, yeah, sure. I mean, you're wrong, because I was the same until like 3 weeks ago when I lost 2 SD cards in a day. Not in a day, like in a week. But still, like, that's just money that I don't need to lose. And yeah, if you haven't caught the common theme here, it's I don't have much money, so I use what I can while I can. Yeah. So one of the other things, now we're getting into some of the more nitty gritty stuff. To have a little, you know, all little cables and dongles and stuff, and I keep a little screwdriver in there just if I need it for small little parts. But a one that I do use a lot and I do find quite important is not that one, this one. So this is basically an aux extender cable. So if I'm doing an interview or I need to use my 50mm but I still want to have good close sound, I can just put this out and boom my shotgun mic, because the reality is that I don't have money to have boom stands and boom poles and all that sort of stuff, so I'll just put this on a microphone stand or just mount it up against something else if I can. What that means is I can just have good audio even when I'm further away from the camera, so that's really handy. Now, last but not least, I have just a bunch of random chargers and cases and stuff around. I won't show you because that's just finicky stuff. So let's move on to the camera, microphone, lens, and tripod that I use. So let's go to that. Alright, so I've switched over to my phone, as you can tell. Sorry, the audio is going to sound a little bit trash, but we're just going to have to deal with that for the next little while. This is the camera that I use. It's the Canon 80D. I use the super kit lens that comes with it. It's an 18 to 135mm image stabilized, and it's really good. I mean, the aperture range could be better, but as I said, I don't have that much money, so it really does me well for the photos that I want to take. And even though the camera's old, it's really doing a good job. You know, it's what I use for everything on this channel, and I'm happy with it. Like, I can always wish for better gear, but right now I'm enjoying the challenge of increasing my skill, even though I don't have the world-class gear. Next, I have my microphone, which the light is red again, so I need to change the battery. Thanks, Rode. But this is a Rode VideoMic Pro, just with a dead cat on it. There was a funny little hack that I used to get this dead cat, but I'm going to talk about that in another video where I talk about some little hacks and tips and tricks that I've come up with. Last but not least, here's my tripod. It's a Yellowstone tripod. I'd never heard of the brand. Someone actually gave me this. Before that, I was using just one of these cheap aluminium ones. They're alright, but they're really shaky and just not that great. They're just, you can't do any smooth motion or anything. And this one, look, it's not made for video either. It's not insanely smooth, but it's really stable and it's really good for, you know, time lapses and photos and all the stuff that I need a tripod for, including in this room. Okay, let's quickly go back to the camera. Alright, so we're back on the main camera, and I have to pack my bag for this weekend. So I'm just going to throw this on the floor. I didn't actually throw it, I kept my stuff. But let's get into it. Let's pack it for the weekend. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that fun little stop motion-y sort of packing bag montage thingo. But aside from that, I'm gonna finish packing up some stuff and head off. It's been a really tiring day, and I'm honestly really keen to get away for the weekend. So I'll see you when I'm down in Albany. Enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to like and subscribe, as all the folks tell you to. Bye.